Pretty grey day on Valentia today. Valentia Island, Ireland, County Kerry. Ireland can be a kind of a bit depressing weather-wise. I think the weather has a direct impact on your mental health. That's kind of why we built the Revive experience, I suppose. In the microgreen room here. I was just about to seed some microgreens, and I have microgreens that I need to harvest, and I have microgreens who are just finished stretching. So I thought I'd just make a video to show you how to grow microgreens, because it's pretty easy. It's quick, it's easy, it's cheap, it's efficient, and it's really high in nutrients. What I do, will I put it on? I have my makeshift tripod here that I made from my dad's telescope tripod. Thanks, Dad. Okay, which way will I film? Maybe like that. Okay. Give it a shot. So what am I going to do first? I suppose I'll make space over here in the microgreen rack maybe and harvest what's there. So I have a tray that needs to be harvested. I can just balance this some way. So here's a tray of broccoli microgreens. They're about 10 days old. So they're ready for harvest. So I'll just harvest these here. Right, I'll turn the camera around. Right. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, any suggestions for videos, just leave it down there in the comments. And we'll do whatever you want. Whatever videos. We do a lot around here, so. A knife, a bit of a wipe. Do I have the tissue on? Let's get some tissue. One sec. Back. So, just needed to clean my knife. My knife. It's quite blunt. It's very jagged. I think I've been sharpening it the wrong way. Anton's better at that sort of thing. It'll be okay in it. So I need a bowl now to put all this into. Use this box. Right. Microgreens, broccoli. If they grew fully, they'd be normal broccoli. So there's nothing kind of different about these seeds. Microgreens are expensive to buy, but not to make. You don't even need to have land. That's the good thing. You don't need land to grow microgreens. All you need is a nice shelf in your house, and they like the temperature of your house. That's probably one of the most important parts, is the temperature. They don't even need strong lights. Your low power office lighting will do. like to see more microgreen videos, just let me know. There's lots of different kinds of microgreens you can grow. And you just cut it as low as possible, but without getting any of your soil, or what we call the medium. You don't want to get that in there because, well, it won't kill you, but you don't want to be eating your medium. Now there are hundreds of seedlings left here, so if you wanted, you could even plant out some of your seedlings if you wanted to grow them on. When we became vegetarians and start buying all this kind of salad from the shops, you just start to realise that it's rubbish. It's tasteless, low quality rubbish. So I started experimenting with microgreens, and straight away I could see that they were the way to go as regards supplying ourselves with kind of herbs, vegetables, even edible flowers at home very quickly. So the brassicas like broccoli, kohlrabi, radish, brassica? No, it's not. Anyway, most microgreens take about 10 days on average. 10 days from start to finish. From the day of seed to cutting them and putting them on your plate. And they contain about 30 times more nutrients than the fully grown mature plant. So they're pretty amazing. So here is my harvest. Pretty good, lovely clean broccoli. I'll just pop them in the fridge and they'll be good for about 8 days, no problem, in the fridge. No, and that's kind of for the compost. So we call it waste, but it's really, really good. It makes good compost. And if you wanted, you could take out your seedlings or give them to friends or whatever, because they will just continue to grow on into fully grown broccoli plants. But it takes about 4 months for that to happen. So that's the reason why I grow microgreens. So now I'll throw these outside. And I'm going to show you how to start. So we use these trays. Some people call them 10-20 flats. I have one without holes and one with holes. So the medium is going to go in here, and we're going to bottom water from underneath there. It'll all make sense. You'd have to do this a few times. It's not hard, but anything when you're doing it at the beginning, there's nothing ever easy when you're just learning at the beginning. So once you do this a few times, you'll be flying. So this is the medium I'm using, and it's called Cocoa Core. And it's made from the husk of the coconut, the waste, let's say. So it's a byproduct of the coconut industry, which makes it pretty good thing to use. And it's pretty sterile in comparison to compost. So it's great for indoor kind of growing. Very clean. I'll put that in there. Hopefully I have enough here without having to make more. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. Okay, so I'm just spreading it spreading it out along there. I'll try and give you a better view. I'm just making a nice flat bed. Just realised that I'm going to soak my seeds because I've had a problem lately with this kind of bacteria that's you can see it in the young seedlings, these little dots, and maybe it's not a problem, but it annoys me. So what I've been doing is kind of soaking the seeds in an organic kind of what's called pyrrole or pyrethrum. It's a chemical from a plant, and I give them a soak in that just for a few hours. So I'm going to do that now. I'll show you how I soak them. So even that's probably enough to just a tiny drop there just to coat the seeds. So now got a weighing scale. And a little container here. So for broccoli on a large kind of a 10-20 flat, you can give them about an ounce, so about 28 grams. I've gone to 30 there, it's not a big deal. Throw a small bit back in. 29.5, that's good. These are the type of kind of seeds you'd be buying. Like this is a 1 kg bag and it'd be about 15 euros, something like that. But it goes a long way. So I've got a small bit of pyrethrum in here. Just a tiny bit because I've tried everything. I've tried to figure it out by using different mediums, different compost, different water from different places, and nothing ever worked. So I came to the conclusion that maybe there's a bacteria on the seed. So I think it may be. So you should, I suppose, soak your seeds anyway. Bigger seeds need more soaking, but yeah. Now, there's my seeds. I'll just leave them soaking in there till later. So we will continue that later, but I want to show you something else. So when I seed these and they germinate, after about 3 days, we do what's called the stretching phase. And that's where we put a lid on top with space. It's one of the trays upside down. And then the plant, the little seedlings just stretch. And we want to give them that extra bit of length for when we're harvesting the tray. So you do 1 day stretching. And I've got a tray over here that I've been stretching for actually over 24 hours, slightly too long. Let's have a look. Take it out of this. Okay. Now, so they've been stretching for 24 hours, and let's have a look. Okay, so they've been 3 days germinating and 1 day stretching. and they're looking pretty good. They're in cocoa core. And now they're yellow because they've never been exposed to light. So they didn't photosynthesize. But as they're exposed to the light, they'll turn green within about 24 hours, something like that. Maybe you might, when I'm continuing to seed the microgreens later, we'll come back and see what kind of a change is there. So now I think I'll water. So the whole point of this tray and tray is so that we can bottom water, and that's much cleaner and better than trying to water things on the top. It's no harm to give these guys a spray for the first couple of days, just because they've come from an environment with a really high humidity because they were covered, to now an environment with a lower humidity. So just keep them nice and comfy. You can give them a little spray. Now, do I have feed somewhere? So I'm going to give them some feed. And this is the feed I use. And this is an organic seaweed extract. So it comes in liquid form. And then you dilute it. And you have this very nice, organic, safe feed. So, give me a cup of that. With these guys, you kind of feed by the cup. Now, how can I do this? With one hand. No, so that's the watering done there. 1 cup, very efficient. There's no real waste with microgreens. It's a really cool way of growing. What's that next door? Some oxalis, triangularis, or love plant. There's a lot of stuff going on around here. So we'll be doing lots more videos on all the crazy stuff we're doing. What a mess. Yeah, but I love plants. Any rain today, I wonder? I suppose there's rain on the way. Here's Bodhi. Hi Bodhi. Hi Bodhi. Right, I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'll just continue when I'm finishing seeding that tray, which for you will be right now. Bye guys. Get up there. Right, can you do a bit of, can you video me?
Yeah.
Alright, come on. So earlier on I was just doing a bit of a microgreen video, and I soaked my seeds and I ran out of the medium I use, which is cocoa core. I ran out, and this is cocoa core here. See? But there's not enough in here because when I compress that down there won't be enough. And as I said earlier, coconut core is like a byproduct from the coconut industry, but with the price of shipping these days, the reason why I switched to cocoa core is because it's affordable. You can get it shipped to your door. And this is the way it comes. See that? It's a compressed brick, and it's really cool and it's light, and it's good for shipping. So when you get them, all you do is pour water in and they expand a lot. So I think one of these makes about 5 litres of compost. I think. Watch anyway as I pour it in.
It will blow up. Is it enough?
Maybe not. Bodhi, what are you doing? You're not even supposed to be in the house, Bodhi. You're too hairy. Oh, Bodhi. It's getting bigger.
Okay.
It's really cool because like you couldn't even get compost shipped now because the price of shipping is just crazy. You'll be paying just as much for shipping as you are for the bags of compost. So it makes no sense anymore. So this is really a cool way, a cool medium to use, especially for indoor growing because there's no bugs and things like that in this. Whereas compost, you get a lot of stuff that comes with it, like eggs, maybe larvae, bacteria, fungi. Now, good and bad. I'm not saying that that's bad, but sometimes when you're inside in a room, you're kind of introducing things to the room. So, and for microgreens, you want to keep everything clean and sterile. So that's, look, it's getting much bigger now. Remember, we started like that, and I think it needs more water again. Remember? Look.
It's going really quick.
Expanding.
It's expanding.
It's soaking up the water and expanding. Quick English lesson here for Anton.
It's soaking up the water and expanding.
Yeah.
Soaking up the water. This thing soaking up the water and
What is it,
expanding.
Anton? What is it?
This is a compost, not compost. This is a coconut something.
Yeah. Cocoa core, we call it. Cocoa core.
Cocoa core.
Yeah.
And this is good thing for microgreens because there is no bugs, no eggs, no anything.
Yeah.
What it's bad for. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's clean and sterile.
And
but
it's easier to work.
Now, there is one disadvantage because compost would contain lots of nutrients for your plants. So feed. Compost would naturally have this kind of feed for feeding your plants, but not this. So you need to add a bit more feed. You need to be aware of that. But as I said earlier, we do feed with seaweed. So look, it's still going and it's used up. It's used up the water.
They think like me.
It's like Anton eating honey.
No, even I drink water and I'm getting bigger and bigger. I'm growing.
It's just strange, isn't it? Some people, like even me, I can eat, but I won't put on weight. Then other people just they eat something small and it just.
I don't
with
eat
them.
small. I eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
Oh, I like to eat.
Yeah. That's your pleasure. That's your pleasure. It's food. I love pleasure. Lots of other different types of pleasure. Let's not got it. We won't get into that right now. So now I'll try and just break it up because you can just like put your thing soaking and walk away and come back an hour later. But if you're in a hurry, then you can just kind of break it up yourself. So, and you'll feel then if there's any dry pieces in there. So there's still, you can see in the center, there's still dryness there. And what you can do is kind of break it up. The dry bits, there's something a bit weird about that, you know. Would you ever touch something dry and you get that? Can you imagine putting wool in your mouth?
Wool? Oh.
That kind of weird.
I don't like wooden stick from the ice cream.
Okay, yeah. Or the new spoons. You're like, ah. Or the straws, the new straws, they're awful. The paper straws. There's a weird kind of a dryness of them. What I'm doing here is I'm putting the dry cocoa core down there, and I'm just going to throw a bit more water in. So I've put in
Almost 5 liters.
litres. Now, and that'll be just expanding, and this is ready to use now. It's lovely, isn't it? But it's like, it's a byproduct, it's sustainable. I suppose, like years ago they would have just dumped all this stuff. But now we're using it, and that's great. So, look, that's what we started with, 1 brick.
Good result.
Yeah. And it was just because we didn't have enough there. So, and my seeds are soaking there, and yeah, we'll finish this video in a while. But for you, I suppose it's just gonna happen right now. But I'm gonna wait a while. So.
Output stop.
Yeah. Bodhi, you know you're not supposed to be in here, Bodhi. The place to be all here, Bodhi. Bodhi, don't be ignoring me, Bodhi. I'm a bit disappointed, Bodhi. I'm a bit disappointed. Oh, how could I be mad at you, Bodhi? How could I be mad at you, Bodhi? Go on, go. Get up here, lad, Anton. What are you doing?
Posting a video.
Alright.
TikTok. That one
Oh, yeah.
is your acting.
Make sure you use that thumbnail. You gotta use that thumbnail.
How to use? I don't know how to use that. What does it mean, Geruk Beuda? Geruk Beuda.
It's kind of like hello, but it's kind of like if someone was in your garden on your wall up in Dublin, you'd be like,
What are you doing here?
yeah, get up, Beuda.
Geruk Beuda.
But it can be also if you haven't seen someone in a while, and you see them, and you're like, oh, get up out of that, Anton.
Geruk Beuda, Paul.
It's very Dublin.
Okay.
Our American friends wouldn't really know what we're on about.
Just Dublin.
Kind of.
And Ukrainian.
Yeah. Bodhi, I'm sick of you taking all my gloves. All of my gloves, you take them and you leave them outside. And you're not even supposed to be in here. You're too big.
He's a great guy.
But you're so cute, Bodhi. You're so cute. No, give me my glove back. Aye, Bodhi. Right. Finally, I'm back to these microgreens. Just having one of them days. Them days where I can't really achieve anything. I've had a headache all day, and I think it's from the weather. Anyway, so as I showed you, to expand these bricks, I did that earlier because I felt I didn't have enough in here. So I'll just put a bit more in. I've got a cameraman here. Rowan's a cameraman.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi, Rowan.
Hi.
Right, I think that'll be enough. So I'm just going to smooth this out. So remember, this is cocoa core. Great for growing microgreens. Great for indoor growing. Now, when I get it kind of relatively flat, going to flatten it down a bit more using this glass block, but you can use anything you want. I just have glass blocks because I seen them on Dundee one day, Craigslist if you're American, and they were €1 a block. So I took them, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted them for. I kind of thought I would have used them for something a bit better than this, but maybe someday.
You have like a few hundred outside. What were you thinking then?
A wall, because they're used for walls.
Yeah.
They're lovely in bathrooms and they're really cool. But yeah, one day, Ron. Maybe in
Your own property.
Maybe in our next house. Right, so we've got a nice bed there for the microgreens. Now, as I said earlier, I soaked these microgreens. Well, I didn't soak them. I just kind of treated the seed because I'm having this problem with a kind of something bacterial on the microgreens, which I can see in the leaves. So I just kind of sprayed them with something called pyrethrum, which is it's an organic type of spray. And now I'm just gonna spread them. Remember we use 1 ounce of seed. Okay. Hi Alex. Close the door. So 1 ounce of seed or 28 grams. So I'm just gonna spread them out now. So Rowan, if you can just kind of get the camera here and show people how I spread them out, because I don't just throw them on. I try to evenly spread them and have no clumps. I see a couple of clumps of seeds there, which I'll just take. No, I left that fan off, Rowan, because while I'm filming,
My name's Rowan.
or Alex, the sound might be annoying for people to listen to, so I'll just switch it off and you can switch it on later. Okay, so I'm just following a kind of a pattern and then going across and trying to evenly spread the seeds. Oh, I spilled some there.
Don't forget your
Now,
tea.
Ron, it'd be great when we get busy this summer if you could just start making a few trays of microgreens. Rowan's my little garden helper, aren't you, Rowan?
Yeah.
So tomorrow, Rowan, I want to get a few jobs. I want to get a bit of tidying up done in the garden,
Okay.
get a bit of weeding done, move around a few plants, and there's people coming for the bee beds. So the weather's fine.
Have you opened the bee beds again?
Yeah,
What about the bread iron?
yeah, that's open. Right, I've got a kind of an even layer. Oh, Alex just gave me a kiss. Thanks, Alex. Right, now have a look in there, Rowan, at the kind of the layer. Nice even layer. And now I give him a spray. Spray of water. You don't want your microgreens drying out while they're germinating, because that would result in failure. And remember, everyone has their own way of doing something. So your way will be different to mine, but will still work. And what sometimes I pour a bit in the bottom roll, so I might pour a bit at the bottom.
So the water will last longer?
Yeah. And I'll use what I kind of invented. And I think it's really cool because when you're doing a few trays of microgreens, it can get kind of messy. You'll get seeds everywhere when you start stacking trays. Because usually when you're doing more than one tray, you stack them on top of each other. So I put this biodegradable cling film, or you would call cellophane over in the US maybe, on the top. And I just made this up. Okay, and it has two jobs. One job is stopping the seeds from drying out, so I don't have to worry. I know there's water underneath. I don't have to worry about these drying out during the germination process. But the other and the most important thing is when we start stacking trays like that, if there was no cling film there, this would be full of seeds. And so you take a tray off the top and you bring it over there, and next of all there's seeds all over the floor, and it gets really messy. So the cling film really solves that problem, and it does a good job at doing it. You know, blunt, like everything around here is blunt. Start sharpening these tools.
Don't forget your tea.
Oh, we drink a lot of tea, don't we, in this house?
Yeah.
Most Irish people do.
I have a friend who doesn't.
Huh?
I have a friend who doesn't know
No.
one in their house
No tea?
at all.
What's wrong with him?
Huh? I don't know, they're more coffee people.
Okay, now, so this tray is ready, but we always put a weight on top. And the reason why we do that is because there's so many seeds there that they will lift up the tray. But also, so the root goes down, the germinating pot. So remember, you always put your weight on top. And if you do, let's say 5 or 10 trays, you can stack them on top of each other. Be careful, there could be stacked on top of the press there all day. And I didn't realise their strength. I lifted everything up and fell off. different things. Mainly the skin, collagen production and things like that. Oh, nice. Let's have a look in here. Remember the big red lights we have in the red light room, Rowan?
Yeah.
Well, these are just small, handy versions.
Yeah.
Oh, look at them. Oh, nice. Will you plug one in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will this hurt my eyes?
Huh?
Will this hurt my eyes?
Yeah, no, you'll be alright. Oh, I should have a socket here somewhere. God, Ron, this place is a mess. Someone needs to help me clean this place up.
Mhm. Are you thinking of?
Ah,
Are you thinking of?
you.
Okay. Is it about to be on? Okay.
There's the power going in here. Okay. Okay. Whoa.
Can't really see it as much in the camera.
Okay. Oh my god. It's
pink.
actually more intense than the other lights, I think.
Yeah.
It's really intense.
It's
Yeah.
red here though.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's pink inside the camera.
See, there's actually, this is red. These are red LEDs, but the ones that you think you can't see are near infrared, and they give off heat, so they're on, but it may not seem like that. Actually, you might pick them up better in the camera. The camera can see them better than our eyes.
Yeah. They do look more on in the camera.
So, put it on my face now. My face red.
It looks pink.
So, red light is really good and near infrared, and it penetrates deep into the tissue of the skin and deep into muscles, and promotes the production of collagen. I find it very relaxing. It's like taking a good part of the sun. You know, some kind of sun rays are bad for you, ultraviolet, but this is like taking the good part, a very specific wavelength, and harnessing that and using that to promote health and well-being.
How long would one
Oh, I
session
like
be?
that. I suppose 10 minutes would be like every day. If you had this for 10 minutes twice a day would be a good routine to have. But oh my god, that's lovely.
That's nice. It's warm.
Yeah. Okay, right. Thanks for videoing, Rowan.
Okay.
I think we'll leave it there.
Yep.
Bye guys. Hey,
Spy.
what's going on? What are you up to?
Yeah, I tried to get a few.
Okay.
Nuke is ready. And yeah, you'll put twins inside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What a day. All right, Rowan.
Does this look finished?
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Rowan's entering. There's a competition at school for they're making designing a crest for Valentia National School. This is a lovely picture, Rowan. And look, it's just like the Skelligs. Look. Same. That looks great, Rowan. Well done.
This is for Alex as well.
Yeah?
This is
You're
Alex.
putting that in for Alex?
Yeah.
Good man, good man. Well done.
Do you think they'll mind that this is on the back?
Ah?
Do you think they'll mind that this is
We like it two small kids this camera.
Do you think they'll mind that on the back?
I don't think they'll care. No. The front that matters, Rowan.
So there.
They won't be like, look at the back of this. Ah, this guy makes me sick. Expel him.
Okay.
Yeah, well done, Rowan. That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna go on my Xbox now.
What?
I'm gonna go on my Xbox.
Did Mammy say you could?
Yeah.
You spent too much time on that, Rowan.
Dad, I just
All right.
outside for soccer, and then I spent a million years on this.
I love this family.
Okay. Go on. Good man, Rowan.